Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you guys being patient as we get everything settled. It's a great group of people on already tonight, and I am super excited about us being getting a chance to share with each other a little bit, because we're going to do a question and answer, and we have some incredible leaders on here on tonight. And so we're going to get through a quick getting started training. I want to talk a little bit about the compensation plan. But I'm excited to share with you. My name is Scott Bent. I'm a national director here with Total Life Changes and Team Shaw. And so I get an opportunity to share with you guys. I've been in TLC for about 5.5 years, and I've made plenty of mistakes. And so what we like to share with people is a way to get started based off of what we've seen be successful, and make sure we let you know what's not successful as well. One of the things that is so different today than it was 5.5 years ago when we got connected with TLC was there was no starter kit. There was no getting started plan. There was no way to launch your business that TLC was giving you when you first got started. So when you get started, now you either get a digital starter kit or you get a physical starter kit. No matter what, they give you this purple book with your first order. And this purple book is filled with information. Now, I'm not going to go through this book because I want you to do that yourself. Inside of it, though, is going to help you answer some questions that's going to let you know what it is that you need to do for your business. But I am going to point out a couple of things before we move past it. One, on this sheet on the right side on your screen, you see at the top 2 different apps that you need to download. There's a couple other apps out there that TLC is not using and not supporting anymore. But these 2 particular apps, the Total Life Changes 5 and 5 app and the TLC Pay app, are 2 apps that you should download to your phone. Whether you have an iPhone or whether you have an Android, you'll be able to find those. The 5 and 5 app is so crucial because you can send samples there, but there's also training there. There's information where it allows you to share videos, to share product information with people. It is a resource that every single person needs. If you're slipping on this, if you've been in TLC for a while and you work in your business without the 5 and 5 app, you're making a mistake. It is a resource that we should all take part of because it has some incredible ways to quickly share information and some good training inside of it. TLC Pay is where you can keep track of, transfer, do all different type of things with your commission that we get on a weekly basis. And we'll talk about that a little bit more. But also go through the other resources that come with your starter kit. Whether, again, you got it digitally, you can download these in the back office, or whether you got them physically, the branding culture guide, the family success guide, the top 5 product guide, as well as these sheets that are the product fact sheets or products you can feel sheets. They're called different things in different areas. You can access them through the app, but it will give you a breakdown of each product and each kit that we have to give you the highlights of the different ingredients and what specifically that they're being used for. What are the benefits of these things? It gives you also the language that you're able to share with people. So it's incredible what TLC has today as compared to 5.5 years ago. The resources are plentiful for you to get product knowledge, for you to be able to share easily with people a sample. And I'll tell you, all jokes aside, we literally used to take a canister of Slim PM or Slim AM and take a scoop out and put it in a baggie to share it with people, because we didn't have these nice sachets that they have now for every single product. So we was bootlegging stuff. People was taking NRG and popping them out of the bottle and putting them in a little baggie so people could try it. So now you have the ability to send it in a beautiful little portfolio with a lot of information as well as testimony. So take advantage of that. It's a huge advantage for you. This is what I call the foundation. It's something I'm going to run through with you very quickly. It's some things that every single person needs to know when you are working your TLC business. One, you have to stay active in order for you to earn income with TLC. What does stay active mean? TLC is going to allow you to use the website to get orders, to sign people up, to build your business. And to get that advantage, the only thing you have to do is place a personal order every 30 days, or you're not going to get paid. Your website is available to you for you simply purchasing a product that you need to use anyways. And notice I didn't say that you're going to sell anyways, because you need to be taking these products as well. It doesn't matter if you're big or small, young or old, you need to be using several of these products on a monthly basis yourself. But stay active. The best way to do this, set up a smart ship. And if you do it with 2 or 3 products that are a kit, you're going to get an extra 5 or 10 points given back to you every time that your smart ship runs. So just set it up on the smart ship. That way you don't forget about it, because if you do 31 days, you're not going to get paid. You're going to lose your carryover volume. The person who you make binary qualified is not going to be binary qualified anymore. It's going to be a situation where you're everybody loses. So stay active. The next thing is retail is a must. I hear a lot of people say, I don't like to sell. I don't want to be a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson, but I move a lot of products. I get a lot of products into a lot of people's hands. And what I do is I share stories. Whether you do it at a party, whether you hold meetings, whether you do it on social media, you do a Facebook Live, whatever it is that you do and the way that you share, but share stories of the people whose lives are being changed with the product. We have so many stories and testimonies on this team that are real testimonies of people who have used the product and changed their life. I'll use Ambassador Philip Birchfield as an example. Philip Birchfield utilized just our brewed tea when he first joined TLC, and he lost, I believe, 28 pounds in 35 days utilizing just our brewed tea. He didn't, it wasn't about his workout. It wasn't about resolution drops. It wasn't about NRG. In the beginning, we didn't even know about most of that stuff. He drank brewed tea and he lost 28 pounds in 35 days. That's incredible. And you ought to be leveraging that story, not just that story, but story after story of this team, where you have people who have lost. Larry McKissick, 95 pounds, Angela Jackson, over 100 pounds, verging on 150. We have so many people whose lives have been changed, not just physically, but also financially. You have a Victoria Fit Mama who joined TLC just for the money and was just flipping and retailing products. But then finally it clicked to her what the power of residual income is. And so she began to change her focus from just retailing products from her website to building a business and pouring into other people. And the more people she now helps make money, the more money she makes. And so she got to see what residual income can do for her life as well as her retail sales. But retail is a must. You gotta move the products. You gotta share the products. You have to build a team if you want that residual income of people that move the product. So I want you to keep in mind, you don't have to be like a car salesman. You don't have to be like a real estate agent, but you do have to move the products. The next thing is the residual side of TLC. It's real simple. It's so simple because I've heard some very complex compensation plans. You need 2 people signed up, one on your left side, one on your right side. That's when you become what we call binary qualified. What we encourage people to do, I actually beg people to do this, put 2 people in when you first join that you love in those first 2 spots. Your mom and your 18-year-old child, your brother and your sister, whoever the 2 people in your life that you want to get in position, put them in those first 2 spots. Now that's up to you. You get a choice, but later on down the road, you're going to realize why, because those 2 spots in your business are going to be the most valuable 2 spots in your business, because if you build it correctly, they're going to make money by default. The next thing is you help those 2 people get 2 people. When you do that, those 6 people are what we call your core. Your core group of people is something that if you focus on building those people, if you really stay focused on helping those people make money, your business is going to continue to grow, continue to move forward. Now, again, in TLC, we always say we don't make income claims. We don't. If you don't do anything, you're not going to make anything. But if you were to help these 6 people and get in a situation where they were making what we call maxing out the binary, where they made $20,000 a week in the binary, you are going to make $80,000 a week in the binary. Again, that's a huge number, but I want you to recognize the power of helping people and the power of what just 6 people can do for your life. So the residual income side, if you have not got your 2 people, I want you to make that a priority. In the next 48 to 72 hours, I want you to get 2 people signed up, one on your left, one on your right, as fast as you can. And again, hopefully you position some people that you love. And we'll talk about more about some serious stories about people who have benefited from that in a little bit. Stay connected. This is the next thing that's so important. I see some people drift away. I see some people they don't connect into the culture of TLC. And the reason that they fall off is that you do not always get into a place where you surround yourself with people that are going to encourage you with this. Some of the people, they don't want you to get free. They don't want you to have the mindset of utilizing residual income to change your life. They can't see the vision that you have because they're not a part of it. My other thing is why are you spending time with so many people that aren't supporting you? If those people are not connected to TLC and they're your friends, I always say, if you got a friend who has a small business that you've never supported, stop calling that person your friend. It's very different when you have people that are supportive of you versus that are not supportive of you surrounding you. Stay connected with TLC and the culture. You could do this by the Facebook groups. Team Shaw has a Facebook group. There is TLC One team that is filled with people all over TLC, but then I know different teams have their groups as well. Get in these groups, interact, welcome people. There's always tips and different things shared. Stay connected to that. Follow different leaders that are a part of this team and a part of TLC and a part of the industry in general, because they get on Facebook and they make posts and they go live and they share nuggets about how they're building their business. You should be on every live that you see Philip Birchfield come on. And if you can't get on right away, go back and watch the replay. You know, Victoria Fitmama goes live a lot. Get on her lives. There are so many leaders inside of this team. When you see them share nuggets, you ought to be jumping all over that. Stay connected to the TLC website. They offer specials. They're doing different things. They're announcing the different programs. They're talking about the rules of the contest. TLC's website is going to be a big resource for you if you stay on top of it. And then YouTube is another great place for you to go, for you to learn, not only about TLC itself. You can get great TLC information, but you ought to be checking out people like Jim Rohn, people like Eric Thomas, you know, people like Les Brown that are going to pour into you, that are going to motivate you, that are going to lift you up. If you don't grow, it's hard for you to out earn who you are. When you grow, so is your income, so is your team. You know, your ability to lead, your ability to generate income is going to get better and better and better the better you get. The last thing on this particular portion is experience TLC. And what I mean is to get your own story with the products. I encourage you to get your own story with the money too, with the financial side of it. But if you do your diligence to get a story with the products, the money side is going to come. But you can't help somebody with a product that you don't know nothing about. And so I'm going to encourage you, get your story, get your experience with it, drink your brewed tea, try the instant tea, get your NutriBurst every day, be consistent with it. NRG, Slim AM, Slim PM, Stem Sense. We have, I mean, they go on and on and on of the incredible products we have. But if you join TLC and you're excited and you got energy about it and you're sharing it with people, and you are in a situation where, let's say you need to lose 20 pounds. Well, let's say in 6 months, you still got 20 pounds to lose. Nobody's going to believe you. So get your story together with the products, get your experience with them. I'm going to keep moving though. I'm going to keep moving. I want to show you this graphic so that you can understand a little bit more about what core is, about what binary is. When you look in your back office, and I hope every single one of you are logging into your back office on a daily basis and learning and looking around and seeing what it is. When you click on in your back office, you click on My Business and you go to Binary Tree Viewer, you're going to see yourself at the top. When you first join, you're going to see two gray plus signs with circles around them next to you. They're going to be empty. But as you get new people, you put somebody here on your left, you're going to see two more plus signs pop up here underneath that person. Put somebody on your right, you're going to see two more of those plus signs pop up. When you get these spots filled, one on your left, one on your right, you are now binary qualified. When you help these two people get their two, you're now what we call binary certified. But also, this is what we call your core. This is a powerful structure that if you continue to build this way and help this person finish their core and help this person finish their core and help these people finish their core, you're going to build a business that most effectively uses the volume that comes to your business to pay the most people possible. And in the beginning, it might be hard for you to see it, but I promise you, if you build that structure and you continue to push and grow and share the information, as your organization grows, and in this season, it can grow super fast, very quickly. You're going to build a business that can change not only your life, but generations' lives to come. So really focus in on this core concept of helping everybody get to. And the ideal is this: you may be a powerful person that can bring 14 people in. It may be no problem for you, but it is a terrible, terrible decision for you to come in and you to sponsor all 14 people, because then you're the only person making money and these people are not going to stick around. So if you can bring 14 people, I highly encourage you to sponsor two of them and then give this person two of them and then give this person two of them and then so on, because that structure is going to help more people get paid and it's going to keep people around much, much longer. But again, we'll do more detailed training about that core concept as we move forward. I want you to take a picture of this screen. I'm not going to stick on it long because I want to focus a little bit on the compensation plan tonight, on how we get paid. And then we're going to take some questions about that particular subject. But there's some training videos as well as presentation videos on these YouTube channels. You could take a look at them. Philip Birchfield has this YouTube channel as a team channel. I mean, he's just, again, such a servant. It has all different Coach K, national director, Fit Mama, it has, you know, Destiny. It has Philip Squires. I mean, Jackie Birchfield, global directors. It has presentations from almost anybody, as well as some trainings and whatnot as well. And then this is for Fit and Free TLC. It's a YouTube channel where you can get all sorts of training and compensation plan videos as well. Follow TLC HQ on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and then any other social media that you use. They're going to be TLC HQ on there as well. Even TikTok now, they work that. If you are on Facebook every day, you understand this already. But if you're not, you're missing out. Live with Jack and John, Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m. on Facebook. That's Eastern Standard Time. They're giving away free stuff every day, free products, free money. I mean, they're giving announcements, they're sharing information. The vibe, the energy is so beautiful. When we say you're going to feel it, this is one of the places you can feel it. And again, I love it that this team is so present on these broadcasts, because we win a lot of stuff, you guys, and it's really beautiful to see that happen. Fun Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern on Facebook Live. This is where you might win $1,000. I mean, and they do the deal of the day, which last week they did buy one get one free on a kit that they already had $25 off, and it was 120 in volume already. So literally, you're just getting ridiculous amount of products for a very small price on those Fun Friday deals, as well as they're doing tons of giveaways on Fun Friday. And then this is the TLC phone number. But I want to stress this real quick. Stop calling TLC unless they email you back and say, call us. You should be emailing them at info@totallifechanges.com. Info@totallifechanges.com. If you call them, you're going to be on hold for a long time. You're going to be frustrated, and it's just going to back up the call log. So even more people are frustrated. reach out to somebody in your organization, uh, your upline, your sideline, your friends. There's a group in that we have called Ask Here Family First, maybe is the name of it. Ask somebody on your team about that. But that is a place where you can ask questions and you can get answers to those questions, as well as if you have run into a roadblock where you can get help. Sometime there's a way for us to contact somebody a little bit quicker in the right situations. That's not something that anybody is going to abuse or use just for any old reason, but we want to be a part of the solution, not the problem. We don't want to log and clog the phone lines up. So let's stay off of the phone line if we possibly can, and email TLC as much as possible. Now I want to switch screens real quick. So give me just a second because I want to share something different. Um, I know that I get a lot of questions about our compensation plan, and we have some compensation plan experts on here tonight. So it's a great place to ask questions. But I want to look at this slide and I want to talk about it very briefly, and then we're going to open it up for questions. Actually, I'm going to open it up and give Philip Birchfield an opportunity to share anything that he would like to share, and then we'll take questions from there. We get paid financially 5 different ways, and I want everybody to understand the details of those, and I'm going to use this slide to do it. Number 1 is the retail bonus. When you join TLC, the moment you join, when you send people to that website and they make a purchase on your website, you get paid 50% retail bonus of the qualifying volume of that. So if they purchase a 5-pack of ISOT, that's $49.95. It's a 40 volume item. You make $20 because it's 40 volume, not $49.95. You don't make $25. You make $40. It's a $40 volume. You make $20. But the same is true with a product like, let's say, Slim PM, which is a $69.95 item, but it's a 40 volume item. You make $20 when somebody purchases that from your website. So in general, most of our products are 40 volume. And so think about it in your mind like this. If you sell one product, you're going to make $20. If you sell a kit of products, of 3 different products, you're going to make $60. Basically about $20 per product. Again, unbelievable. This is the only area that TLC offers daily pay. So if you have daily pay set up, it's in the retail bonus that you make, that you're able to get that pay the next day. Again, Monday through Friday. So also, I want to make special note of this. If you're brand new and you've joined TLC in the past 30 days, you need to get 5 new customers inside of 1 week period of time, meaning from Friday until Thursday. When you do that, when you get those 5 customers, you're going to make at least $100 in commission, $20 for 5 sales at least, and then you're going to get a $50 G5 Fast Start bonus. You're going to get a $50 G5 monthly bonus, and then you're going to get a $50 G5 weekly bonus. So for your first 5 sales, once you complete those, you could make minimum of $250. Take advantage of that. That money is too good for you not to take advantage of. And get your family to place an order. You can find a way to place an order yourself if you need inventory, because basically, if you ordered 5 products from yourself, and again, there's a way to do this, I'm not going to go into those details, you're going to get back $50 in commission on each one on average once you get those bonuses. But again, retail bonus, that's how that works. Fast Start bonus operates the same way, except for this. Whatever their first product purchase is when they join you in business, whether it's 1 product or whether it's 10 products, you're going to get paid 50% of the volume, same thing. So $20 for 1 product, and it could be $200 if they got 10 products. On this team, we don't teach people to get 10 products. Get 1, 2, or 3 products, preferably 2 or 3, so that you're 80 active or 120 active. But you don't get 50% of the starter kit. That's what TLC gets. It's actually illegal for them to give us a bonus for the starter kit. That's where people in MLM get in trouble. We get paid off of when products move. We are a legit company, and we don't flirt with anything else. Fast Start bonus operates just like retail bonus, except for you cannot get daily pay on this. Now, binary pay, I'm going to try to keep it simple. When you get your two people, one on the left and one on your right, you're binary qualified. Now you qualify for 10% of what the volume is coming through your business, but you're paid off of one leg. So here's an example. If in the 1 week, 200 in volume comes in on your left and 100 in volume comes in on your right, you're going to get paid 10% of that 100 volume. You'll make a 10 extra dollars for sales and signups and orders that the people below you placed. That's just your residual income. You're going to make that money while you sleep. Now it's 10 to 25% based off of your rank. When you're a director, it's 12%, or rising star is 12%. When you're executive, it's 14%. When you're regional, it's 17%. When you're national, it's 20%. When you're global, it's 20%. Above that, it really doesn't matter, although it's 22% and 25% as you go up. Once you hit 100,000 in volume, 20% is $20,000. That's the most you can make in the binary. But this binary pay is based off of the activity of both of your legs. That's one of the reasons we build with balance. And it's one of the reasons that if somebody has a leg that's really strong, we focus really hard on building the other leg and pouring energy, effort, and sometimes volume in so that we can take advantage of that volume that's sitting and waiting to get paid out on the other side. Again, more details coming. Get your questions ready for that one. Match pay is paid based off of binary pay. You don't get match pay until you reach director or above. And if you hit director this week and your numbers are not director next week, you don't get match pay unless you're inside of the 4-week bonus period. That's another conversation. What I mean is this, be clear. It is really important for you to understand when you're eligible for match pay, when you're not, and when it's advantageous for you to make sure you hit match pay. So match pay, if this person makes $1 that you personally enrolled, you could make 50 cents. Again, it's all about the people who you sponsored and what they make in their binary pay. 50% match pay. If they make 1,000, you make 500. Second level match pay, the person that they bring in, you can earn 10 to 50%. Again, that's also based on ranks. 10% as a director or rising star, 20% as an executive, 30 as a regional, 40 as a national, 50 at global and above. It's why you'll hear Philip often say global mindset. We are sponsoring people to other people sometimes because we realize once we reach the level of global or above and our business is a true global business, it's not going to matter if they're first or second level, we're still going to get 50% match pay on the first level and second level. Life Changer bonus, this is for nationals and above who hit their numbers 3 out of 4 weeks, which means as a national, you have to have 20,000 in volume come through 3 out of the 4 weeks on your pay leg. And again, I'm going to leave this alone right now because it's out of the reach of some people. I've never got paid a Life Changer bonus. I'm a national director. Be clear about that, guys. I'm a national director, but I've never got the Life Changer bonus. And that's okay, because when you have a national business, is different than you hitting national. And again, we can talk about some of that as well on this call. But right now, I want to pause. I'm going to leave this up on the screen. I want to hand the call over really quickly to Philip Birchfield for anything he wants to share. And then I want to take some questions and see if we can get those answered while we still have some time before the 9 o'clock call. Philip, I'd like to hand it over to you.
Thank you very much. Scott, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Listen, y'all, I'm going to be very quick and very precise with you guys. Our team, our business, our company, our industry is hitting momentum right now. And those of you who have been in Total Life Changes for a while, this is the second go round with momentum. And I want to make sure you guys don't miss this. Now, when he was talking, oh boy, I wrote down a lot of things I wanted to touch, but I'm not going to do that. Like I said, I'm going to be more precise. Listen, guys, if you're not experiencing momentum, one of the main things you need to do is you need to plug in. Because if you do not plug in, guess what? You have no chance in the world of hitting momentum. You just don't. So make sure you plug in. Make sure you guys understand this. When you are on a call, when you go to a meeting, when you do these things, listen, the capitalistic society is set up like this. You make money the more you repeat things or the more you duplicate things, right? When you go to your job, you do the same thing every day. You do the same thing every day. But your boss's 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 boss is the one capitalizing on it and making the most money. Here in Total Life Changes, here in network marketing, when you duplicate things, when you do them over and over and over again, you eventually will be the one who's going to make the most money. Trust me on this, I know. So you need to plug in to the 4 o'clock and 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time webinars that we do, Zoomathons that we do, Zoom presentations that we do. Because even though you've heard it again and again and again, it's for your guests, it's for that new person. And it's also for you to learn. Because if you're not an A1 presenter, you can always learn. And even if you're an A1 presenter, you can always learn. Second thing I want to tell you guys, this Tuesday coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to have our first national and above call. Yes, I said it. And I'm one, and everybody knows I'm on record. I don't like that national and above, regional. I never liked any of those things. But our team is getting so advanced. We're going to another level. We have to have national and above calls to plan things, to get more participation from all the leaders, so you guys won't get bored. So you will understand how important training is. So you will understand how different points of view work. So you will understand the different things that people went through, the problems that they went through, that you don't have to go through. You have to get all the teams working together, because human nature is this. I don't personally like telling my story too much to quote unquote my team, because they've heard it. And you tend to tune out when you've heard things over and over. But guys, you gotta admit, it's pretty impressive to someone who's not in your circle, who you want to bring into your circle, to understand that this guy sitting here talking to you, that you can sit here on the phone and call at any time, and you can call at any time, and I will answer the call if I'm available. That's a multiple 7-figure earner, and who will do that? I will do that. We have to leverage success and understand what leverage is. It's a two-way street, because guys, we're going into an area that has never been seen before. And trust me when I tell you, it's never been seen before. I remember telling someone, I've never seen anything like Total Life Changes, and we are going to be rich. Right, never seen it before. This is a famous term out there now. Is called 10X. What I saw when I first joined Total Life Changes to what I see now, it's 20X, 100X. Y'all better be ready. Y'all better come on. Get out of your own way. National above call. Okay, May 1st initiative. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check with your sponsor. If your sponsor doesn't know, check with your upline regional. If that person don't know, check with the national, and keep on going until you get to the top person or someone who knows. Listen, guys, we did a run in January that we're still producing regionals, executives, rising stars on a constant basis. What we're going to do in May, we're not going to be producing regionals. We're going to be producing nationals and globals on a constant basis. And it's for the entire team. We also want to get together with the nationals and above, and I'm going to quit talking about this. We're going to have a product knowledge page. We're going to have videos on every single product that we will teach you how to access and send people, just like in the 5 and 5 app, but it's got to be a personal. Guys, listen, we have so many tools that we can utilize, but we don't utilize them until we make them personal. That's what we're going to do here in Team Shaw. And every single person needs to know. And when I do the getting started training. I'm going to do one on, and I told you guys this from day one. Scott Ben's one of the only people who listen to me. If you don't have a YouTube page, get one. If you don't have a URL, get one. What's a URL? Your personal Total Life Changes URL, domain name, should be your name or whatever you're trying to brand. Your personal URL to get to your product, to get to your TLC page, you want to try me? Type in philbirchfield.com, see what you get. We have to teach you guys all that. We're going next level. Last thing before I turn it back over to Scott, you guys have to understand. We have smartphones. We have smart televisions. We have smart appliances. On this team, we're going to have smart volume. We have smartphones. We have smart watches. We have smart televisions. On this team, we're going to have smart volume. We're going to get into detail on that later on. Scott, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much for that, Philip. Great stuff. Again, previews of what's coming, but also some great information. Hope you guys literally tune in and pay attention. I tell the story a lot when Philip was doing some trainings and sharing some things early on about YouTube. I took it very seriously. Never had a YouTube channel before. Didn't particularly want to hear myself speak, but I knew that he knew what he was talking about. And I knew that if I listened to him, that I could be successful like he's been. And I will tell you, it has been the number one way in my business that I have attracted people. In the 5.5 years that I've been here, well over 100 people have contacted me and joined my business because of the YouTube. So make sure you get on YouTube. It's not oversaturated. You can find your market. You can find your way. You don't have to be like anybody else. But with that said, we want to make sure that any questions get answered. In this Zoom format, one of the great ways for you to get a question answered is for you to raise your hand. Inside of the app, there's a button that allows you to raise your hand. If you do that, we'll take some questions, or you could type your question in the chat. I will promise I'll try to keep up with the chat. But right now I see Keisha has raised her hand, so I'm going to lower it. You could unmute yourself, Keisha, and ask your question, and we will see if we can get it answered by myself or one of these great leaders on here. If you don't unmute yourself soon, I'm going to unmute you so you can. There we go. You got it. Go for it.
Good evening. I just started, like, this is my second week. I've been on the videos, doing other stuff that I need to do, and I was reviewing the teas and stuff. One of my best friends, she called me there because she seen me on my lives. I do my lives. And I have another business venture, but I'm not gonna say that too much. But anyway, my question to you is, okay, I know how long you've been in the business. I also been on Drake page on YouTube. You were saying something how you get paid off of your volume or whatever, and the two main people that you put at your top. Okay, now what if you just have one person that you trust?
Well, you could put that person in the business in one of those spots, and then you could continue to share TLC and talk to people about getting people to join. It's actually a great question. What I heard on the back end of her question is this, and many of you all may be wondering about this, of how do you get people to take a look at the business side of TLC? How can you get somebody to find out if they are interested in making money? And there's some great ways to do that. But one of the ways is to get people on the Zoom calls at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What we do on those calls is we share about the company, the products, the compensation plan, and then we do a close that invites people to join and get back with the person who invited them on the call. And so this is a great way, if you don't know the full way to sort of deliver the information, for you to get people on where they can hear people that are very knowledgeable leaders in this company that share the information. And so inviting people, and here's a simple way to invite people, Keisha. Hey, I got this business. I've just been with it for 2 weeks. I don't know everything, but I know I got my hands on something that can change my life. Can you get on and take a look at this presentation and tell me what you think afterwards. And then shut up. People talk too much, but be quiet. You're asking people for help, and people like to help people. That way, you're not saying, hey, do you want to make an extra $3,000 a week when you haven't made $3,000 a week? You are inviting people to take a look at the information, and what's going to happen is they're going to take a look at it, and they're going to do one of two things. They're going to think about how they can use the products or get paid by sharing the products, or they're going to think of people who they know that need the products or need the opportunity. And afterwards, what you're going to do is say to them, what did you like the most? And then again, you're going to be quiet. If they say something about the products, you're then going to lead them somewhere in your conversation or get them a sample so they can try the products and maybe they can become a customer. If they say something about the business side of it, you're going to say, that's a great point. I was thinking the same thing. My business partner, I would love for you to meet with them. Can we set up a time so we can talk to that person? You can talk to them. You can help me get all the right questions answered about the best way to get this business going. Now you can get them on a three-way call with somebody from your team, somebody that's knowledgeable that will allow, that will help you close the deal out. Recognize what I just said, everybody. It never was about you sharing the information. It was never about you becoming a person who stands in front of the room or a person who does the Zoom. Utilize the people that are sharing the information. Utilize the people who already have the success until you reach that level and other people can utilize you. See, we've been in TLC for 5.5 years, earned very nice income, reached national director, had articles written, and my people still don't believe me. So it's just a part of the process is for you to leverage other people's story and utilize that three-way sort of situation where other people can tune into what you're looking at, what you're using, what you're doing, and hear it from a different perspective. So hopefully that answered your question. Hopefully that helps some of you all also. Want to get some other questions before we get off of here. Got about 10 minutes worth of questions we can take. Anybody else have any other questions? If you can raise your hand, be great if you would do that, so we can sort of go in order. If there's questions in the chat and I'm missing them, one of my leaders, please feel free to speak up and say, hey, there's a question, let's do this. All right, I see Karen with her hand up. I'm going to lower that hand. Karen, if you unmute yourself, you can go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, great evening. Great information, Mr. Scott Bent. And so I've been working with prospecting, and so I saw a lot of the leaders like you, my uplines, Angela and Daryl, and tons of leaders doing the work at home, the kind of post. And so I got about 30 people, and then I followed my upline and sent them the link to watch a video and said, when I tried to reach back out to them to see what they like most about it, I couldn't get a response. And so since I've only been in a year, what are some other things that I could have done better to, kind of get some more feedback? Because it was like 28 to 30 people that I sent some information to, like a little video to watch of the company, information.
I love that you brought this up. Thank you so much, Karen, because a lot of people shared that post and a lot of people got comments on it. One of the things is let me assure you, you did everything right, essentially. What happened is those people said yes to what we do, but they didn't say yes to joining the company. What you should do, and this is true for all of you all, when you have people who comment on posts like that, recognize that that person is potentially what I would just call a prospect. That was one exposure where you became clear that they love the ideal of what we do. Them actually pulling money out of their pocket, joining the company and doing the work of TLC is a different thing. And so what you do now is continue to share in that same vein about how you enjoy working from your phone, how you enjoy the culture of TLC and the people that you're connected to, how you love these products. See, if you all follow me, you will see that I very rarely directly say to somebody, do you want to join TLC? Do you want, to earn an extra $200 a week? I really share the lifestyle of TLC, and I really talk about how amazing the products are, and it's a very indirect way that you hear me talk about it. What you did was right. You followed up with people, you sent them the right information, and it happens to all of us where now they become unresponsive. Two things happen in those situations. Some people didn't watch the video. They just didn't even watch it. And they don't want to tell you they didn't watch it. And so they're being quiet now. Keep sharing, keep showing. Those people are watching you. That's important. The other thing that you could do is when you reach out to people that commented on the post, say, were you serious when you said you would want to work from home, work on your phone, earn money on a daily basis? And they say, yeah, I'm serious. When do you think you would have time to watch a video? And then be quiet. And they say, well, I could watch it right now. And let's say they said that at this exact moment. You say, okay, well, it's 8:23 or so. So you think by 9:30 you would have watched it? Yeah, I think I could watch it by then. Short video. All right, I'm gonna reach out to you at 9:30 and just find out. You can share with me your thoughts about it and see if we want to move forward from there. Now, when you follow up with that person and they don't respond, now you set up an appointment to follow up with them. You were being professional and they were the ones that dropped the ball. Now, you weren't stalking them, you weren't bugging them, you were doing exactly what you said you were going to do. You gave them a video. Now, if you hit them back up and they say, I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, say, okay, now when do you think you really could watch it? And you go, okay, I could watch it tomorrow. All right, so if I hit you up tomorrow night at around 8 o'clock, you think you would have watched it by then? Yeah. Now you follow up with them then, same process. So again, it's just about being clear about leading people from one thing to the next thing. When you get them on a Zoom, before you ever get them on the Zoom, talk about when you guys are going to talk after the Zoom. That way, if they go dark, they go quiet, they start ghosting, then it was them, not you. So you did exactly right. Just view those people as prospects. Keep being on their page, liking their posts, commenting on their posts. Don't be a boo. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't sweat people about TLC, but just let them know, hey, I'm working my business. I'm still out here. I'm still being the same person, so that they feel more relaxed and comfortable with it. So thanks. Great question that addressed something I think for a lot of people on here. I see iPhone, which I don't know what your name is, so I can't call it, but you have your hand up. If you can unmute yourself, I'm going to lower your hand once you do, and you can ask your question. Great question, though. Great question, Karen.
While we're waiting for their hand to be lowered, I'm going to add something that I'm going to present to the nationals on the call on Tuesday. We're going to have a three-way Wednesday, where you're going to have accessibility to a national and above between the hours of 2 to 4 or 7 to 9. 2 to 4, 7 to 9. You must initiate this through the Team Shaw page because you're going to know who's going to be available. And mostly, I'm just going to tell you, it's going to be me most of the time. So you're going to be available if you have a prospect that wants to hear from someone that's most likely a 6 or 7 figure earner who will get on this platform, literally have a conversation. Guys, it's mostly more successful with the conversation that gears and covers the 4 points of our presentations, but also gets kind of personal. And you know what I mean? I'm pulling out the 1099. They're going to see, literally, right? And they're going to see my before and after picture if I'm talking to them. But I'm going to talk to them just like this. But we're going to have a three-way Wednesday. And that's going to help close the closing ratio that we have on this team. I'm telling you guys, it's a whole new day. Go ahead.
Great stuff. Great stuff. And again, it's really important. I'll tell you this, all of you on here, new life changers, learn from the mistakes of the people who are above you, because this team and TLC in general is true, does not utilize three-way calls enough. I hardly ever do three-way calls, and almost every three-way call that I do, the person signs up. There's something about the process of exposing people to others that are successful in the business and allowing them to help you close the deal that is so powerful and so magical. So I love that, Phil. I would definitely be available to be a part of that three-way call process. So looking forward to that. Great stuff right there. Any other questions? We did have a hand up, but the hand seems to be down now. Would love to get all the questions answered, but I also don't like wasting time either. So, all right. So I see the iPhone up. I'm going to unmute you. Okay. It looks like you unmuted yourself. I'm going to lower your hand. You can go ahead and ask your question. Let's know your name first.
David from Harvey, Illinois.
Hey, welcome, David. Go ahead with your question.
Thank you very much. The Zoom call that you're doing on 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. What days are those?
That is 7 days a week. We have leaders available. It's on this same channel of mytlcwebinar.com. That is Eastern Standard Time, so adjust accordingly. But always some great leaders, again, sharing from the formula of how great the company is, how great the products are, how powerful the compensation plan is, and then closing it out with a final call to action. And it's a good formula. So you can always get somebody on at 4 o'clock or 9 o'clock and feel safe that they're going to get good information from a good leader.
Okay, thank you very much.
Great question. Utilize those Zooms. And for those leaders on here, those that have been around for a while, you all heard the challenge from Philip. And if you didn't hear it, let me say it here for him again. We should be on these Zooms supporting people. And then we should be on these Zooms with guests. And we should be teaching our team to get on there with guests. And you should be on their presence so they can say, that's my national, that's my regional, that's my executive who's on here. And we can talk to them afterwards. So get on these Zooms. They should be packed out. This one was so packed that some of the life changers got off. And we also have it shared in Team Shaw, but this is a training, 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. It doesn't take much to throw in your Bluetooth, turn on the Zoom and show up and support. So make sure you guys are doing that and then work to get guests on there. I challenge you all to do that. The momentum we have right now will only be magnified if you start utilizing those Zooms the way that they can be used. Any other questions though? Any other questions?
Not a question, but I wanted to point out to everybody again, because I don't know if you guys understand how important this is to the growth of your own personal business. This team literally has 288 new life changers for the month. This team literally has 110 new promotions for the year. I mean, the way we build, the way we love, the way we just pour into one another, you guys got to understand, those are numbers I've never seen. Even when I was in the midst of we had 800 new life changers in a month. One month we got right at 1,000 new life changers for the month. But I'm telling you this, 288, the way we build, is way more than 1,000 for the month. Y'all gonna have to resort to your training and resort to your understanding of the industry to understand that. We've had 110 promotions for the year. And when we were in our heyday, as far as bringing people aboard, we only had 50 people promote in a year. So I just wanted to touch and leave you with that, Scott. Thanks.
Yeah, what he's saying is it's 10x, y'all. He talked about it already. It's 10x, it's 20x. I was sharing with Philip earlier, we've been having about an average of 3 new life changers a day. in the month of March join and our team. And I remember back in 2015, around the same time frame in March, and we were at about 6 or 7 life changers a day. And we are doing way more and way better, helping more people make money now than we were back then. And it is just so much more solid. The understanding, the ability to keep moving, the company's more solid. We got honestly a better product line that is packaged so much better, better marketing, more consistency. There are so many things that are better now than they were back then. It literally, again, 10x. That 3 a day is almost like what 30 a day would be back then, because you're keeping more people and you're generating more people that are making money. So if you're on here, and I'm going to wrap it up with this. If you're on here and you're not really working your business yet, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? We can help you make money. I mean, we can help you make money, but we can't do it for you. You have to do a certain amount for yourself. If you don't show up for you, don't expect anybody else to. And if you don't make a total life change yourself, you can't help nobody else do the same thing. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for being on here. Thank you, Philip, for always making this venue available. Look forward to the training coming on the weeks to come. We are going to be doing a Sunday training always. And we're going to be bringing some new leaders to the table to share some tips and some things in the way that they share it. I love sharing with you guys, but I'm sick of hearing myself. So we got some new leaders showing up. I'm going to be sharing some great stuff with you guys, some additional tips. Look for some additional trainings outside of Sunday, because we have so many new people. We always need to have a getting started training, but we're going to be sharing some more details, some intricate things with those of you all who are advancing, and we want to help you grow your business in more detailed ways as well. So thank you guys so much for being on. Make sure you get on at the 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Zoom on tonight with brand new regional director, Shakira Houchins. I always tear her name up. I know she'd be rolling her eyes too. Thank you guys.